So I basically started when I was around 14. I dabbled into C++ and the like back then to try to get into programming, and then decided to go to a so-called HTL, it's a technical college, there I got exposed to a variety of different technologies and tools and concepts. So in terms of programming languages and tooling, I worked with Java, C#, C++, PHP, JavaScript, more or less the whole palette of modern programming languages. And also, I have a very good theoretical background in that, I would say, with core computer science concepts and algorithms and data structures and stuff like that. I actually started at Fiskaly, or actually my first professional job was doing freelancing. So while I was at school, I started freelancing and doing web development mostly. So I started with WordPress and the like, and then continued to more complex projects. And after that, my first sort of real job was at Fiskaly 3 years ago, where I started as more or less a junior developer there. And now after 3 years, I'm here at the technical product owner at Fiskaly for the e-receipt and the Austrian fiscalization solution. I've been with Fiskaly for roughly 3 years now, more or less since the beginning, where we were still a very tiny and small team with around, I think 5 people, including the 3 founders when I joined. So I've more or less been through the whole development of the company, worked primarily also in the beginning on the German product, then switched to the Austrian product as a so-called technical product owner. This is also my current role, but in a different project. I currently maintain the e-receipt, which is our newest product at the moment. The role of technical product owner is in essence about providing the roadmap for technical products. We don't have product owners per se, as our products are usually quite technical. So we provide API first solutions for fiscalization primarily, but also additional things that come with that. For example, in Germany, the so-called DSFinVK is more or less a standard for protocolling relevant text data. And now also with the e-receipt, trying to setting the standard for a digital receipt for the whole world in ideal, but currently we're in Germany and Austria, but we're trying to actually achieve a large grab of Europe by the end of the year. So as I said, the role more or less involves laying out the roadmap, discussing architecture with the team, discussing also with external partners, for example, with our customers or with business development and sales, to coordinate deadlines within the team and making it clear what needs to be done and for what reason, and delivering those things to the team so the team knows why it's doing the things it's doing. So if I were to sort of start over, I probably would give myself the advice to focus on concepts rather than tools. There are a lot of tools out there for a lot of things, and there are a lot of tools for solving the same kind of problems, with different tastes to that. And I don't know, after a few years you sort of realize, okay, it doesn't really matter that much what I'm focusing in terms of tooling. But one thing that is consistent within developing and using different kinds of technologies is that core concepts really appear everywhere. So my advice would probably be to not focus too obsessively about the tooling that you use. It's not irrelevant, but it's also not the most important thing, I would say. In terms of education, I don't think formal education can harm. I think actually it is quite important to also have some fundamental understanding about fundamental computer science concepts. But I also think that you can learn them without going actually through a formal education. We have a few people in our team that actually have a background in economics, for example, and they're also quite good self-learners. So actually, as Kostas said, being open to learn and grow and have this open mindset is more or less the important part, I think.